Thank you for tuning to TTV. I'm your host, Toya, and today is Magnificent Monday. And the question for today is have you ever felt like you just don't know what you're doing? Just completely just at a loss. Well, join the club because that's what we're going to talk about today. Before I do, please like, subscribe, and share because if you get anything out of this content, chances are someone else will as well. So share with those you know, love, and care about. And also check out the links below for my book as well as for the Young Living website to get your essential oils. And let's get into it. So, if you ever felt like you just don't know what you're doing? It's usually around the time when you're learning something new or you're being introduced to something new, whether it's a new job, a new hobby, a new ideal, new knowledge, whatever it is that you're coming across. When it's new to you, you go through this period where you just really feel at a loss, like you just don't know what you're doing. And what can sometimes happen, I know it happens a lot for me. So what can sometimes happen is you get in that feeling of not knowing what you're doing, and that feeling of incompetence starts to, spill over into your everyday life, to where anything outside of the normal, you just feel like you just don't know what you're doing. And then it ends up being this huge thing in your head about how you just don't know what you're doing with your whole entire life because you just don't understand, or you learning this one little tiny aspect of your life and now you just don't know what you're doing with the whole thing. So if you ever felt like that, that's how I feel. And one of the things that I do to try to pull myself out of that and get back into that learning mode to where, you're not incompetent, you're just learning something new. And to keep those feelings just specifically on what it is that I'm learning or what it is I'm doing so that it doesn't spill over into my whole life and disrupt everything, is I meditate. Okay? I take some time to sit down with myself and really go over, like, why do I feel like this? Where is this feeling coming from? What triggered this? What started it? What got me to this point? And I try to backtrack to that point to where I can figure out what it is. And then from there, I just start to break it down. Like, why does this make me feel like this? Oh, this is something new I'm learning. Okay, so let me change my perception on it to where this isn't something I don't know. This is something I am learning. This isn't something that is too hard. This is something that is challenging, and it's a challenge that I'm up for. It's not something that I'll never get to learn. It's something that's going to take me some time to learn. And so I start talking to myself about it in a different manner. I start relating to it in a different way and looking at it in a different way until what ends up happening is that I'm okay. I understand that this isn't something I just don't instantly know, because as much as we would love the Matrix to be true, to where we could just plug in and download that information and know it, the truth is it's not like that. The world doesn't work like that. Knowledge, information doesn't work like that. So a lot of times when we come across this, we feel so incompetent because it's something new. And for us adults, like, we go through this stage where, you're grown, you're supposed to know everything. It's not supposed to be this hard. Or if it is hard, we think, oh, it's because of how old I am. It's because, I'm not up to date with the technology. I'm so beyond, I'm too far, I'm sorry, the advances in life are too far ahead of me and I can't catch up. So we tell ourselves all these things to justify where we are, justify how we feel, when the truth of it is just simply, it's something new. It's just something new. And when you take time to really sit down, and sometimes you got to walk away from it, take a break and come back to it. But really, it's just something new, and you just need to change your perception on it. Just look at it in a different way. It's not as hard as you think it is. And even if it is, you're going to learn it. And you're going to look back at that time and say, I remember when I thought this was so impossible and I felt so incompetent. And look at me now. Now I'm fluent in it. Now I know what to do. I can do this in my sleep, And so you get to that point, but you also have to allow yourself the chance and the opportunity to get to that point and not tell yourself that you're not capable of it. So that's the message for today. Just be kind to yourself, be gentle to yourself, really meditate, reflect, and sit with yourself and try to change your perception on what it is that you're looking at. Because once you change your perception on it, you'll find it's not as hard as you think it is. It's rather a lot easier, and it's just something you need to learn. It's just a problem that just needs a solution. That's all it is. All right, I love you, and I will talk to you tomorrow.